gentlemen, you're listening to the Mackay T Show podcast. Here are your hosts, Mackay and T Davis.
This is the Mackay T Show. This is the Mackay T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. Hosted by Mackay and T Davis. Yeah, you can't tame us. We're going to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mackay T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mackay T Show.
Welcome back to the Mackay T Show podcast. Before we get into the NCAA tournament recap, I know T has something that she'd like to talk about this morning. This is my first time hearing it. I guess basketball was the only thing on my mind last week, so I didn't even catch any news.
Well, basketball was on my mind too. But then I see footage of this white supremacist beating up this black lady, pulling out a weapon in Dallas. Now, when you see the video, they talking to each other. He pulls out a gun. She got her phone out. He slaps the phone out of her hand. She hits at him. Then he just started waylaying on her. Uppercuts, crosses, whatever. The people, what he didn't know, somebody was across the way recording it. And I'm like, I need y'all to call the police or something. And yeah, it's fine that we got this on camera, but he could have pulled out the gun and shot him. So after Austin Sheffield does all this, he get like a misdemeanor charge for blocking somebody from calling some foolishness. Some misdemeanor charges. I think his bail was $2,000, which means he just had to come up with $200. What are we doing, people? How is that a misdemeanor? They didn't even charge him with a felony. He pulled out a weapon because she was blocking something, parking. What are we doing?
Yeah, I can't call it on that. It's
But these ain't the only little hate crimes we keep seeing them. They keep trying, and I want to say they loosely. Fox and other people like, oh, hate crime's not up. Well, what do you think that we keep seeing? We got the white man that walked into the Walmart or whatever and shot the two black people. We got people going into these Jewish services shooting people. And that didn't just happen in New Zealand. That happened here for all of us that just kind of forgot that happened here too. Like, what are we doing?
It just seems like these little bitty situations escalate into some ridiculous every time. 30 years old, worked as a bartender. Oh, goodness.
Yeah, he was a bartender. Okay, he got fired. Don't nobody care about him getting fired as no bartender or barbershop or whatever he worked at.
Wait, he
gonna get enough.
I love this. He worked as a bartender and is suspected of drunkenly assaulting a woman. Drunkenly. So he was drunk.
So now we won't blame it on alcohol.
And I'm not even
going to... He knew exactly what he was doing.
I'm not even going to attempt to pronounce her name.
Yeah, I saw her name. I don't know. I'll just say L.
Yes. That's a shame.
But L, like, because she said in the article that I read, I saw the video, but she said that she was, she saw that she was going in the wrong direction or something. She had stopped to turn around because she was going the wrong, I guess it's an alley or something. I don't know what it was. He was mad because he was blocked in or whatever from her parking, according to the article.
And people, if you heard me say little bitty situation, that's what I mean by little. We're talking about just a simple parking issue escalates into this. I mean, regardless of whether you were going after a spot, people get spots taken all the time. I mean,
yeah. So this is getting out of control, and I don't want to sound, I don't even know what the word is. Good white people, y'all got to start speaking up. Just like the abolitionists did about slavery, Because, I rarely see people that look like you, Brian, that's coming out and just being like, we got to stop this. Like, this is out of order. It's always us fighting on our behalf. And I know that's just some part that you got to fight for yourself. But at the end of the day, if quote unquote good white people are not saying something about this, it's just going to be like, okay, because they just crying about their problems.
It definitely needs to be more people speaking out so we can get this stuff rectified.
So then we move on to, is it Politico? I can't remember the group. But so they've been doing an investigation again with the Chicago police. They got video footage. The man is handcuffed to the chair.
Oh boy.
He spits. Now it didn't look like he did nothing but spit on the ground. Then he is in the chair, they start waylaying on him. 2 officers knock him back in the chair and just punch him. Ain't no way you don't know it's a camera in there.
Right.
So the bottom line is you don't care because you know that you've done this before and gotten away with it.
Exactly.
All they got reprimanded by whoever their supervisor was, and that was it. But then when people start digging into the situation or whatever, then they tried to bring some misdemeanor charges against them. I was like, I can't. Like, it's your job. You know how people I don't know if the man was drunk or not, but you got him in handcuffs in the chair. I don't know what they were doing, if he was being processed. If he spits on the ground, you just have to deal with it. Like, punching him, knocking him to the back was in the chair and punching him like you just a gang, for lack of a better word.
Mm-hmm.
It's inappropriate.
And once again, it's not the first time we've seen this.
But this is my concern, or my problem, or my issue with it. Well, it's more good cops than bad cops.
Right.
But how is that, Brian? It can't be. The good should be outweighing the bad.
No, I'm saying right. That line that you just said, that's what they want you. Right, as in that's what they want you to believe.
At some point, you just got to be like, there's no way that the good is outweighing the bad. And again, we know that there are officers out there that are doing their job, doing the right thing, but they can't say nothing. Because if they do, then like the guy that came out and he quit the police force, he wasn't even there good 4 or 5 years. I don't even think he made it that long. He said he went to his supervisor and told the supervisor, look, this is what happened. And the man said, you sure you want to go down this road? And basically, he said yes. Then the next thing he knew, he was getting dead rats and stuff on his car. His wife was getting just harassed. It got so bad he had to have her to move out of the city, wherever they live, the city, town, to go live with her parents until, he got out of because that's how messy they were.
Wait a minute. You sure you're not reading the plot from what's that movie? What we go to play Mackay Everett's wife?
What was it? I don't remember the name of that movie.
Oh my gosh, my mind is just gone blank.
But either way, no. I listened at the guy. I saw this interview. I didn't read this. The guy, it was a white guy, a young white guy. He was I don't forget who the interview was with, but he was saying, and he didn't cover his face or anything. He was telling his whole story about how they had went to arrest somebody. They had beat up some guy for no reason other than he had ran into the wrong house, which happened to be another officer's girlfriend. And when they pulled him out, they just beat him for no reason. And he was like, what is going on? And then he went to tell his supervisor. The supervisor was basically like, you sure you want to do this? And at first he was like, what? And then he was like, yes. And then that's when his trouble started.
Goes to Mississippi. I'm sorry, I'm just jumping in here.
No. So maybe goes to Mississippi. we know that these movies don't be too far from the truth, right?
Well, obviously that was based on real events, but
right.
It's just how, because that happened a long time ago.
But ain't nothing changed. Why would anything change? Nothing that's made them have to change.
No, it's only made them feel more comfortable. Like you said, old boy did the interview without even having his face blurred.
Yeah, because he was like, look, I guess he was over it. He had got out of the police department. But Chicago PD, when you watch that stuff, like how they be bending and breaking the rules to get whatever they want done on these cop shows. I don't know if that's to set us up to make us feel like it's okay to bend the rules when you're trying to get the bad guy subconsciously and make it okay in real life.
Yeah, right.
Black man moving into his home. Now imagine this. He has a TV and taking it into the house. The officer comes up. What are you doing? I'm moving into my house. Put the TV down. I was like, okay, here we go. He like, this is my house. When did you buy it? I bought it a month ago. Put the TV down. Then he tell him to put his hands up, walk to the side of the house, put his hands on the side of the house. Do you have any weapons? You got a gun, a knife on you? He like, no. He goes over, he tell him he called for backup. He goes over and puts handcuffs, pat him down, put some handcuffs on him. He like, he's like, yeah, my paperwork and whatever in the house. They got him sitting in the back of the van, which is lit up, where the furniture, whatever, where he was moving his stuff into his home.
Mm-hmm.
Then you see how this look. It's 4:00 in the morning. You can see why we did it. No, people that are stealing stuff are not moving it into the house.
No, they're usually taking it from him.
And if he told you that this was his house and he got the paperwork, why is it not sufficient for you to go in the home with him? You've already patted him down. He does not need to be handcuffed. Yeah, you can go in the house, get the paperwork, see his license. Thank you. Have a good day.
Yeah, you've already established that he has no weapon. He is no threat. I mean, go in there, like you said, see the paperwork. Thank you. Apologies. Move on.
Then they started, because the other officer showed up. Oh, well, we've had a lot of burglaries or something in there.
That's always the case.
Don't.
Yeah.
Because everything in me says if there was a white guy and he told you this here was house, you would be like, all right, go get the paperwork. We need to see proof. And then they would be like, okay, thank you, sir. Bye. Same thing. Roland Martin just told a story that same thing or similar to him. He was helping somebody move in, and this was in Dallas, his story. He was helping them move in. He said it was about 12:00. And he said they moving stuff in. Police come up, addressing them and all this. And he was like, dude, like we moving at 12:00 at night because we both work. Like this was the time that we had to do it.
Yeah, when you work during the day, you gotta move when you can move.
So sometimes I just feel like
double standard.
Deductive reasoning has gone out the window, and they just jump to whatever conclusion they want to, instead of like the black guy that got shot because some lady called and said he was breaking in the car. Well, before you start pulling out guns, let's see if this person's car. Before you assuming that she right, that he was breaking in the car. When he wasn't breaking in the car, it was his car. Last time I checked, I guess you can break into your own property. I'm pretty sure that's okay. You have to pay for the damages.
Right.
So deductive reasoning has got to, I don't foresee it. Some changes got to happen because it's getting awful. And we can go down the list of, usually it's white women calling the police on black people for the foolishness. And then you rarely see in the videos that the officer reprimands the person for calling them for the foolishness. They always address the why you got socks on in the pool. Are you serious? Why you should be asking them why are you calling me because somebody got socks on in the pool? You are wasting resources.
Yeah. And time that could be spent on
Right.
something actually that needs your help.
Doing some work, looking for a suspect, doing some kind of detective work. I don't know. But you called because some kid got socks on in the pool. I'm pretty sure the same sign said no drinking in the pool, but old boy over there behind you got a hat on and a beer in his hand.
Yes, just liquored up.
So I had to get that off my chest. So I need the people that have good sense. I need you to speak out. You may or may not know a white racist, but you need to tell them if they don't like black people, just stay away from us. We okay with that. We really okay with it. There's no reason for you to address us, to tell us how much you hate us. Brown people, whatever color you don't like, Jewish people, Muslims, whatever. I'm pretty sure, and I'm speaking on behalf of all minorities, which I probably shouldn't do, but I'm pretty sure that people will be okay with you not interacting with them if you don't like them. I'm pretty confident that most people, if you don't like me and you don't interact with me, that's fine. Like, my life will go on.
Yes, just let life move on. I mean, you do you and let them do them.
It's just ridiculous, Brian. I'm so tired of every morning, not every morning, almost every morning, Rolling or somebody is showing some video where somebody was losing their mind, calling the police. What was the last one? The lady called the police because somebody was taking a picture on the side of the road or something. I'm sure you saw the lady acting a fool at the Walmart, spitting at the man.
Yes, yeah. And I know how you feel personally about people spitting. Yes. Yeah.
That's my one right there. Like, you can call it all kinds of names, but if you spit on me, that's just the worst for me.
Yes.
And I think I just have to lay hands on you at that point. I feel like that's a assault too for you to spit on me. So I would be within my rights.
In some, it's a felony. In some states.
Well, as long as you're white, it seems like the judicial system is going to just go give you the lowest charge. They are not going to, the full extent of the law don't necessarily work. And I ain't saying this just against black people. I'm saying that we can go back Brock Turner. He assaulted, I think she was a white girl. White guy assaulted her. He got 3 months. What did he get? 3 months?
That sounds right.
Because we don't want to ruin his life. Another white man get this lady in the car, sexually assaults her. He did something else. Judge say, I don't want to ruin your life. Don't do it again. I was like, well, what you mean? What about that lady's life? And she was a white lady. What about her life?
Yeah, and because that's emotional damage that's going to be with her for years, maybe for the rest of her life.
So that's the end of that. Now, moving on to my second thing. People with children.
Oh, that was just one thing. Oh.
Yeah.
Oh.
People with children. Please protect your assets. Now, this incident just happened to somebody. Well, it didn't happen to my sibling's child, but somebody they know. Now, the child, 4 years old, and I think the baby was 4 months old, little baby. The mama is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs.
Oh, no.
She wound up going to jail. They put the children in foster care. Do you know somebody sexually assaulted this child? And I want to say rape, because sexual assault means something very different from rape. The 4-year-old. They think it may have the 4-month-old too. I'm not going to get in graphic details, but to rape a 4-year-old, and now the baby's still in the hospital last time I heard. Protect your assets.
Oh my goodness.
The foster system, and this is what we're going to. First of all, the parents, if you can't take care of these children, find some family member that you feel like is stable, man, and just be like, can you help me?
Right.
Until I get myself together. Because once they get in the system, you don't know where they are. You lose your rights pretty much.
Yeah,
And then you have to jump through all these hoops. And usually, if you can't afford a solid attorney that can do all this paperwork and do all this for you, then you're just going back and forth with the system to try to get your kids back. And then they're being assaulted and raped and all this other stuff when they're in custody of God knows who. Protect your assets, people. Protect your assets. If we want, have you seen Abducted in Plain Sight?
I have not. That's on my list to check out.
Okay, well, Brian, I'm finna just tell you.
Go ahead.
You're gonna have to watch it.
I'm gonna watch it anyway.
Now, this happened a while ago, but this kind of stuff still happening. This man, what's the word I'm looking for? Integrated, I'm gonna say, into a family. Infiltrated. That's what I want to say.
There you go.
He infiltrated the family. He had a sexual relationship with both parents.
Oh my.
And then, but he was after the child all along, the oldest daughter. They had 3 girls. He always paid special attention to the oldest daughter. And they saw this. But they kind of just like, oh, Bob, I'm making up a name. Bob would never do, Bob is a good guy. Bob goes to church with us. Bob got a family, duck, quack, quack.
Oh, yeah.
So one day, Bob is like, can I take Cindy Mae? I'm making up a name. Cindy Mae to horseback riding. Mom like, no, she got school, whatever. Come on, I'll make sure she back or whatever. Okay, take her. Horseback riding turned into 3 days they missed in 3 or 4 days. Wait a minute. Where's Bob with Sandy Lou? Bob white back like she don't know nothing. They get the FBI involved after the whole 7 days or something don't pass. It's so bad, Brian. The lady like, well, we don't want to bother the police on the weekend. We'll just wait and see if he ain't brought her back by Monday.
Oh.
We'll call. So they finally call. They look, and they find the little girl in the man. Dude, Bob is like, if y'all don't drop these charges, I'm gonna tell everything that's been happening. Cause he even had the daddy do a sexual act on him in the car. I was just like, I don't know what's going on.
Oh.
I was like, I don't know what y'all doing. But I know most men, if you asked them to do what you asked that man to do, he would have punched you in the face and got out the car. But at any rate, so they got scared and worried about their business being put out in the street. Right. And so they dropped the charges. So the FBI was like, well, we couldn't do nothing at that point. Like, they don't drop the charges. Like, that's the strength of our case. The little girl is acting out. Now, I'm skipping over a lot. The people that seen this know that, but this is just the little girl acting out. He talking about he want to marry their daughter. Now, she like 14 or something.
Oh, no.
No, it gets a lot better. The mama sent the little girl on the plane to him. After the first time that he done took it off. And I'll let y'all watch the rest. But this is based on a true story.
That makes me sick to my stomach.
Watch your assets.
Yes.
Protect your children. Ask questions. Let them know that, if somebody tell them they're going to kill them, don't worry, kill your family or you, don't worry, I'll take care of you. If anybody ever tell you that, you make sure you tell me.
Yes. Be involved in their life.
Yes. And look for them signs. Like, they saw the signs that he was always attentive to this how, Brent, the 3 girls shared a very large room, it seemed like. He decides, Cindy Lou need her own room. So he builds a wall. He splits the room in half and builds a wall. I was like, are you serious? Are you serious? These parents need to be in jail. But I can't. I can't. And so we got a lot of work to do in the world, in America.
You said it right. We everybody.
We got a lot of work to do because it take a village, and it ain't one person that's gonna be able to change this or protect these children. Cause I can't believe that when you watch that, it's just gonna burn your biscuits.
Oh, I know it is, because I was getting mad just listening to your little...
It's gonna burn your biscuits it's more than what it's gonna burn your biscuits when you watch it. I was just like, who told me to watch? I started sending them a text message. The person that told me to watch it, I was like, I can't believe you. And they told me though, in good faith, they said, T, you're not gonna want to watch this, but I want you to watch it. They knew it was gonna vex my spirit, and indeed it did. And so, your children are our future. Teach them well, and okay, I'm gonna go on a tangent.
Let them lead the way.
Show them
all the inside.
Give strength, pride to make it easier. Let the children's laughter remind us how it used to be. I decided long ago. Now I'm gonna go to
Randy Watson.
Sexual chocolate. Sexual chocolate, ladies and gentlemen. Sexual chocolate. So yeah, that
boy good.
My moment. I had to have a moment because I was just tired of it.
Oh my goodness.
Take care of your assets, people.
Yeah.
I shouldn't even talk about children like an asset, but they kind of are.
Well, you gotta make it. For some people, you have to make it like their assets, so they actually care enough to do it.
Yeah,
sadly.
Take care of your assets.
Whew. Can we move on to some happier news?
On to the happier news.
We had a few very good days in a row of basketball.
That was balling this weekend.
This was a very, very good opening 2 rounds.
Yeah, this might be one of the better ones in a while.
And
now, I say that, but I might not have watched as much last year, but I watched a lot this time.
And that Duke UFC. I knew I was going to do it. I knew I was going to do it. Oh, no, but Duke and UCF, that game, Aubrey Dawkins played his butt off.
Aubrey was like, I'm going to show you Coach Krzyzewski, you should have recruited me. No, not saying he would have went there, but he might have since his dad went there. I kept saying this, hold on, is this Dawkins' son out here balling now?
Listen, as soon as you looked at him, you knew that was his son.
Darryl Dawkins, who played for Krzyzewski.
Johnny Dawkins.
Oh, my man. I said Darryl. Lord, that's Chocolate Thunder.
Yes, don't get that
rim breaking, shaking. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Johnny is UCF's coach for people that may not know.
Right.
And Johnny's son, Johnny played for Krzyzewski, and they have they got a close relationship because Krzyzewski was about to tear up during his interview.
In his post game, he was even more emotional, and I was just like, wow.
So they must have a really close friendship. And the kid played his butt off. What, he had about 32 points or something?
Yes,
he almost had the game-winning tip in.
Oh, both of those. I thought the first shot had a good chance to go in, and then the tip in, I thought for sure was fixing to roll in. Yeah,
well, my problem was with that, I wanted Johnny to get the last shot. I'm in Aubrey.
Oh, yeah, that's what I was fussing.
I was like, why is this dude shooting the last shot? Aubrey been out here lights out all day.
Yeah, it should have been in. It should have been in his hands.
Out here taking the last shot like you the man. Go sit down somewhere. At any rate, Taco. I wanted Taco to get dunked on.
I think all of America did, I believe.
For talking trash. But Zion didn't look like himself the first several minutes of the game. Did he sprain his ankle in practice? What?
I don't know, but when he slipped and fell at one point early in the game,
be like, we got to get him some more shoes.
I'm thinking to myself, just get this man to the NBA.
Right, we got to get him some more shoes before he. Hold on. We got to get him some more shoes before he wind up inch.
Yeah.
They gonna lose, Brian. I don't think they gonna win.
I honestly, I'm trying to look at the bracket now to see who could possibly sneak up on them.
Barrett disappeared. Zion was consistent. Like when they needed a basket, he'll shoot him a little 3. He'll get an and 1. He did choke on that free throw, but Barrett bailed him out. I think his name Barrett.
Yeah, R.J. Barrett.
Barrett bailed him out and got that rebound. Children, we probably got. Never mind. It ain't no children watching this. Never mind.
Yeah, most likely not.
Because all these people that when we in practice telling y'all to box out and how important it is, ask Auburn, who tried to find every way that you could lose game. They was trying to do it.
Oh yeah.
You remember the Auburn game?
Oh yeah.
Every way you could try to lose. I was like, are y'all trying? Like, is somebody getting paid? What are y'all doing? But they found a way.
Well, moving right along down the bracket, I'm just gonna bounce around from game to game. Murray State, I thought they would have had a good chance to make it to the Sweet 16, but I underestimated the Seminoles of Florida State.
Did you not see them play this year, Brian?
I did, and I underestimated them still. Just because I really thought, and he still had a good game. Ja Morant, he had a triple double in the first game against Marquette, and then he had another really good game against Florida State. Just wasn't enough to get his team over the hump. So Florida State moving on. Florida, they gave a good effort, but
Florida should not have been in the tournament, and now we see why.
Hey,
all right,
they made it to the second round. They should probably, like you said, shouldn't even have been there. But yeah.
This is my first time seeing them, and I'm glad that was my first time seeing them because they were atrocious. The center, he has been missing layups since he been there.
Yes.
10 years ago, we got him.
Yes.
The what's the shooting guard name? The little shooting guard.
If you'd
Let me go to that thing.
You'd ask me yesterday.
He has actually gotten worse since I first saw him as a freshman.
Yeah, he has regressed.
He has gotten worse. I like the little point guard. Not sure about the other freshman starter because he kind of just the moment might have been too big, or he was looking at his other teammates saying they was gonna do it.
Mm-hmm.
He don't have no bench. I don't really know what they were trying to do. What their philosophy is. I know they like to shoot threes and run up, but oh Lord, okay, I don't want to talk about it no more. Let's go to somebody else.
I'm gonna tell you now. If PJ I think I'm calling that boy PJ. I think his name is PJ Washington for Kentucky. If he don't come up off his foot injury, Kentucky is gonna get beat by Houston in the Sweet 16.
Kentucky is struggling without him.
Wofford almost got him. Probably should have got him. But yeah, they're gonna have problems against Houston. North Carolina and Auburn, I think, should be a good matchup if both teams keep playing like they've been playing.
I'm gonna tell you the best team that I saw play all around like team is North Carolina.
Yeah, they've come around, especially in that Washington game. They played really well.
Michigan State might be 1A or something. The best player still is Zion. Like when they needed baskets, like he still found a way to dominate the game with his little sore ankle. He falling apart. They need to hurry up, like you said before, and get him onto the league because he falling apart. I guess he hurt his ankle in practice.
Well, since you brought it up, I wasn't gonna bring it up, but since you brought it up, I get to say it one more time. Tom Izzo's teams in March they play Michigan State.
Yeah, and that's why they got one championship. Go have a seat with the rest of the people that be talking about him all the time, like he winning a bunch of championships out here. I need y'all to realize, yeah, it's nice to make a run, but they ain't won but once. Now you finna just get off of it now, Brian?
And then moving on to the other side, Tennessee.
Well, let's go back. Do we think they're gonna beat LSU?
I do.
Okay.
I do, and because I keep waiting on the fact that Will Wade is not there to matter a little bit to LSU, and it almost did against Maryland, but Maryland took everything they could to beat Belmont in round one, so they just ran out of gas at the end of the LSU game. But Tennessee, I know being a Florida Gator, you don't really care too much about them. But
we don't have no rivalry no more. They off. It's just okay.
But in football, yes. But no, in basketball, that Williams boy, Grant Williams, post player, he's special.
I like
He's special. I like him a lot.
And I like well, he'll sing you. He kind of disappeared, but the first quarter, Schofield.
I was gonna ask you about him because the story coming out of the game, he told Rick Barnes to keep the player that was in there. I can't think of his name right now, but was doing well in his spot. He told Rick Barnes to keep him in there. What is your thoughts on that? When he is quote unquote one of their stars, one of their starters, and he tells the coach to keep the other guy in there because he did disappear, like you said. He just didn't. He wasn't playing well.
Well, I mean that's team. Like if you know that the dude rolling, I mean you want to play, but I mean I ain't mad at it.
I mean, because a lot of people were giving Rick Barnes fits about it, on social media and whatnot, until that came out and then kind of shut everybody up. But
because I can see he only had 24 minutes, which means he played 4 minutes in the second half. So we saying who did he leave in? Turner or somebody?
I think it was Turner. I believe so.
But that's the coach. If he ain't saying he don't want to play, what? Is it not somebody else you can take out? Alexander or somebody?
Right.
Just let them all be out there. Because I was wondering why he only had 2 points in the second half. He ain't played but 4 minutes. I ain't know that. Because I had turned away from the game. Then I flipped back and I was like, okay, y'all done blew this lead. Then I look up, it was overtime. But they found a way. I really like the little muscle post player. I don't even know if he'll post. I guess he'll forward.
Mm-hmm.
Grant Turner. Did you see him put that butt on that dude and almost break his hip? I was like, that's what I'm talking about. That's a duck in right there. When we say duck in, that's what we mean. You put that butt on that body and let him have it.
Virginia, they for the first half against Gardner Webb, I said, oh, here we go again. Virginia about to get bounced by a 16 seed again. I just knew it was coming.
Yeah, they weren't playing well.
But
I don't like the way they play. I don't trust them.
Because you get a team coming there and get hot and can put them out.
I don't trust them.
Because he's not going to change the way he does things.
Who they playing? Oregon? I ain't seen Oregon, though. Can Oregon play?
Oregon has been on a roll. They ran right through the Pac-12 tournament, and that's how they got in, basically. I mean, they were probably going to get in anyway, but I don't know. Maybe not. They were 12 seed. Maybe not.
12.
Yeah. But they got in by winning the tournament, and they have been just on a roll since they beat Wisconsin up, and then they beat down UC Irvine. So Oregon,
stop playing.
Them Ducks.
Because Oregon is used to playing at night too. Virginia probably ain't played no 10 p.m. game, and God knows when. That's what time they play. Like what area are they in? What bracket is this?
Where is that? That's the South. So
are they in Florida? No, they can't be in Florida.
No, that's Louisville. I don't know why the South in Louisville this year, but it's
at 10 o'clock. That's like 7 o'clock. That's gonna be a regular game time for them. In their bodies. So I think I had Gonzaga coming out of there. I think Michigan will win. LSU, I don't trust them. Duke, UNC, they just look real good to me.
Yeah,
like you said, Kentucky looked like they won't struggle bust all that whole game. Yeah, I don't know.
If the real Auburn team shows up, they could give North Carolina a good game. I ain't
saying it's gonna be a blowout. I just think that they got too many pieces.
Yeah.
I really like their point guard here, freshman too. But I mean, if he come up with a good game plan, because I think they're not really that good at shooting.
No, that's the one place where if you make them stay on the outside, that's the one place you can get them to struggle.
So if you run that 21, look, you run that 21 defense. And yeah, you can say, oh, they saw Syracuse, but Syracuse ain't really a 21. They just play a 2-3 kind of zone.
Mm-hmm.
It's not 21, which is more man principles. But at any rate, who you got? Tennessee and Purdue.
Ooh, that's
I'm just going with the SEC.
Yeah, me too. Tennessee.
Tennessee.
Let's see. I'm gonna pick Oregon over Virginia. So I'm gonna have Tennessee and Oregon. Going with my Tar Heels, with Houston.
I want to see Michigan State and Duke. That should be a good one.
Yes, that will be a heck of a matchup. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I think Florida State can beat Gonzaga. Is long. I didn't realize how long and lean they were.
Yeah, they really big. Look like at all positions.
Yes, but I really think
Florida State big too, though.
Yeah. So Florida State.
That should be fun, but I won't wish them no more success they already had. So go ahead and lose.
So Gonzaga and Michigan down there in the West. But flipping over to the women's side.
Okay, is Holly gonna lose her job when one of your kids say that they think some changes need to happen off the court?
That kid needs to have several seats. I'm sorry. I just have an old school mentality where you know what. You don't sit there. You are a sophomore. It would almost be different for me if it was a senior or a junior, somebody who's been there. You are a sophomore that didn't play very much. They've been there
2 years, Brian. Now, how much longer you think she needs to be there?
But don't sit. Okay, well, if you're gonna do it, here's the thing. If you're gonna do it, go all in. Go ahead and do it. Don't stop.
She did.
Don't stop.
You say we need some changes off the court.
Don't stop. When the reporter comes back to you after you make that initial statement and says, "Well, have y'all had problems off the court?" Don't stop. You in there with your little smacking your lips.
She don't have to tell about problems off the court. If she think the coaching staff need to change, though, she made that clear.
Oh, I completely agree. She doesn't and she shouldn't say anything. But I'm just saying, if you're gonna sit there with your little attitude on your face and you're smacking your lips and just looking all into the camera, go ahead, big girl. Say what you need to say.
I think it took a lot of courage for her to do that because she has to go back. She had to get on the bus. She had to get on the plane. And I'm sure,
Holly
heard what she said. I'm sure it got her back around to her by the time they all get back on the plane, the bus, or whatever.
All right.
So it took a lot of courage to say, yes, we need some new something off the, even in the coaching staff or however she put it.
I had predicted that if they lost on Saturday, which they did, I thought that Sunday we would hear that she was let go, but it did not happen, and it could happen, anytime now. But I also made a prediction last night as we were watching Amanda get pounded by Mississippi State. They hung with them. They hung with them for a while. I'll give it to them. They did. They hang with them, but they just wasn't.
They weren't about to beat them.
No, and kudos to her because they won one conference game last year, and she comes in and all of a sudden they're in the tournament and up against Mississippi State and giving them fits for the first 20 minutes. But no, I made the prediction that this was going to be the year Big Schaefer actually got over the hump and won the championship, and then the next day he was going to take the job at Tennessee. Holly would be let go, and then he'll be the next coach.
That's hilarious.
That was my prediction.
Well, he about to lose his sins. He might as well.
And he's losing a good chunk.
So that would be a good move.
Yeah, but no, Mississippi State they had no problems with Southern and Clemson. So they moved on to the Sweet 16. I guess the Elite 8. Excuse me, Sweet 16. My mind going nuts. Oregon don't know who they're playing. Oh, speaking of Mississippi State in the Sweet 16 will play Arizona State. Lord have mercy. I wanted to text Margie so bad last night I felt bad. That's now 3 years in a row they've lost in the second round. They just can't, and just in heartbreaking fashion the last 2 years.
Well, at the end of the day, only one team gonna leave with a win, so that'll be all right.
Arizona State moved on to play Mississippi State. Oregon won't know who they have to play in the Sweet 16 until tonight when Syracuse and South Dakota State, the Jackrabbits, play each other.
That's a cute little Jackrabbit. Go ahead.
But Oregon, who has I'm calling it right now, the best point guard in the nation, in Sabrina Ionescu. She's a triple-double making machine. I think she just had her 20th on the season, 18th. I think maybe it's 18th on the season. She ain't got quite to 20 yet, but she is.
Sabrina killing them.
Yeah, she's doing well. Iowa moved on against Missouri. Iowa has Megan Gustafson, who was the ESPNW Player of the Year. Just too much for Missouri. Missouri had a heck of a team, but just Iowa was way too much for them. Tonight's matchup with Kentucky and NC State, who the winner of that will play Iowa in the Sweet 16. That's going to be a good game. I think NC State has a good chance to take that, even though I know you pull it for Ryan Howard and them.
Yeah, good luck. Ryan don't have a good team. They got a good player in Ryan. Their team didn't. I mean, the little bit I've seen, they didn't look good.
Louisville looked special without Jeff Walls in game 1 as he was suspended. But when he came back game 2, they beat up on Michigan, so they continue to roll on to the Sweet 16. And they are obviously my overall pick, as I said last week, to win it all. Connecticut beat the devil out of Townsend.
Beat the brakes off of who?
Townsend. And then against Buffalo. Buffalo made it a game late, which I knew they would because I watched them in the MAC tournament. And I just knew Buffalo was going to give anybody who they played fits. And the fact that they had to play UConn in the second round, I knew they wasn't going to win. But I knew that they would give them all kind of problems. And they wound up making it, because it was 15-0 to start the game. And they could have easily folded. But Buffalo is a strong team.
Buffalo.
They gave it a good one. South Carolina moved on against Florida State. Their opponent, obviously, is probably going to be Baylor. I don't think Cal.
That should be fun.
So South Carolina and Baylor in Sweet 16 will be a nice matchup. Yeah, got a lot of good games on the women's side. Right there with the men.
They ain't gonna never see because they on cable. I don't have it.
Yeah. A lot of people are complaining that they just put the first couple of days on ESPN2, and they waited till late yesterday to put some games on ESPN and some games on ESPN2. Well, a lot of people were complaining early that, got men's games all over the place. You can catch any men's game you want, but if you want to catch certain women's games, you got to have an ESPN Plus account, which, hey.
Well, get a Plus account.
They got to make their money how they make it. So,
right.
No, but all my teams are still intact for the women's side, so at least
because I think people don't think about the fact that these people, you can say it's on ESPN, but the bottom line is CBS has paid the NCAA whatever millions of dollars so that they can have these games.
Correct.
And True TV has paid whatever million, and TBS, they are paying to be able to have these games. Nobody wants the women's game, so ESPN is taking it on. Because why I feel like you even said something about ESPN, but if ESPN don't take it on, there's no other what other station that you don't see them on. So while y'all might be tripping about ESPN, look, if they weren't taking it on, whatever you have to pay the extra money, the game wouldn't be on TV.
I just feel like any kind of growth is growth. So take it where you can get it at this point. ESPN.
And I ain't by no means saying it's right, but that's how it works.
Correct.
CBS them pay whatever $1 million to have this, and these are in the hundreds of millions, so they can have it for the next 3 or 4 years or whatever. Mm-hmm. And always, I hadn't seen CBS in so long without the NCAA men's tournament. That's their thing. TNT, them, TBS, they got the NBA. People paying to have this. People ain't just well, what we gonna put on? Mm-hmm. Well, we'll put the women on this channel. No, people pay to do that.
Do you have time to go over some fantasy casting?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, our next segment to end the show, we have a little fun. Since the Disney
I
and
gotta
Fox.
do one more thing too, Brian. I'm cutting you off.
Okay.
I saw this on somebody else's YouTube that I watched. One gotta go. You get four. Usually it's 4 things. Sometimes they do 3. You get 4 things and you say one gotta go, and I got ours. But go ahead, we're gonna do it last.
Okay. But since the Disney and Fox merger came to a conclusion last week, a lot of people have been out there on the internet fantasy casting the X-Men in the MCU. And obviously, because the word out there is we're going to get different. Once we do get X-Men, it's going to be different, obviously, because all the ones from the original X-Men are going to be too old, and may not even want to do it anymore. But I have some ideas. I've kind of been thinking about it over the weekend. And I'm just going to go over a few of those. But for Professor X, I have Keanu Reeves.
Oh, Lord. Yeah. Let me look. Because y'all be saying these people names like I just know them.
Keanu Reeves is from...
John Wick.
Yeah, he's in John Wick.
No. Next. No. Next.
Okay, let's see. Let's see. Storm. This is the only one I had 2 possible names for. Janelle Monáe, because I saw somebody else put her up, and I thought that was that would be a heck of a choice. And Freema, I'm gonna say her name. I'm gonna spell her last name: Agyeman. Edelman. Yeah. But she's on New Amsterdam. It's a show I watch on NBC, and I think Freema, Freema.
Let's see what Freema, because I don't know who Freema is.
And I think she is just. She has some, and I was looking on her IMDb page. She had, you don't like that?
No. Why did we not get the lady from Wakanda? She gonna have to leave Wakanda and protect.
Yeah, that's because she's already in it. So that's why I didn't pick her.
She gotta leave. They let one of the other bald head ladies. What are they called? What's the ladies?
Oh, the kings of.
The protecting.
I can't think of what they call them.
We're gonna let the ladies with the brush cuts. Yeah. We're gonna have a new lead, and we're gonna get her to be Storm.
We're gonna give her the power. Gotta be home. Yes. Yeah. Well, the reason I had Freema is because she does have some background in martial arts, and you know. We can
teach them this stuff. We're gonna get my girl from. I think she played in one of these Apocalypse movies too. Before she was in that, she was Walking Dead.
So people gonna be upset with this next choice, but I was just kind of going off what I kind of felt is for who would fit in the role. Haven't had a lot of acting experience, but she's had some. But for Rogue, I had Paris Jackson and Michael Jackson's daughter. I just felt like she could fit.
Diana Guerrero.
Yes,
So yeah, she gonna have to. And I no offense, I didn't mean bald headed ladies. That's the only thing that came to my mind in the head. But whatever their name is, she gonna have to lose her head position. She can probably be both of them because if we give her hair and stuff, she can be Storm too. All right, go ahead.
No, I was just trying to think of someone like Freema is about Chadwick Boseman's age, and I was trying to ship them at some point because in the comic books, Black Panther and Storm actually do have a relationship at some point. So,
oh Lord, now that's gonna look weird.
Yeah, but they already kind of giving him a relationship with old girl. So I don't know where they want to go with that. But
maybe then okay. Oh, she was in that movie too. Shoot, all the African American women I want.
They were all in Black Panther.
They were all in what the world? That makes me sad.
What do you think about Paris Jackson for Rose?
Rose?
Rogue. Excuse me, Rogue.
Paris Jackson, she act.
She does. She had a part in Star. That comes on after Empire. The other Lee Daniels
I'm
show.
looking at Paris. She could probably be it.
She kind of fits. But for Mystique, I had Hermione from Harry Potter, Emma Watson,
Yeah.
Jean Grey.
She might be too little.
She may, but she has grown a lot now. She's not the little tiny thing.
Yeah, Harry Potter grew too, and he's still like 5'2".
He's still tiny. Yeah, yeah. I thought about that, but they could they could make the camera angles work.
Now you telling them what they gotta do extra. Make her 5'10". Go ahead.
Jean Grey, I put Kristen Stewart just from them Twilight movies. I thought she would be a good Jean Grey.
She can't act, Brian. Not that it take a lot, but they are starting to get these characters like that you have to have some kind of acting chops. Or you just gonna pass like she can act?
No, I know. I understand the limitations, but and Jean Grey is a big character, so yeah, there will be concessions made.
Matter of fact, they already got a Jean Grey. You don't like the new one?
I haven't seen it. I gotta see the movie.
The trailer though, right?
Right, yeah. So I guess I can go off of that. She does a very good job in the trailer, at least.
Right.
Cyclops. Have you ever seen How to Get Away with Murder?
No.
Okay. Well, look up their cast on IMDb, and he plays Connor on there. His name is Jack Falahy. I think he could be a very good Cyclops. He just has that kind of look about him. And if you actually watch the show, you would know more about what I'm saying. He just has that you put the little thing around his eyes, and he just looks like he could be a nice little piece. Wolverine, I'm gonna make you mad, but I'm gonna let you look up this boy first before.
Well, Connor ain't no. I don't want to see that. Okay, here we go. Conrad.
No, his name on the show is Connor Walsh, but his acting name is Jack. Yeah.
Yeah, he looked bad. He looked like he a bad guy.
Oh yeah.
I ain't gotta see that. He looks suspicious.
He look real shady, huh?
Yeah, he looks suspicious.
And for my Wolverine, the only reason I'm doing this because I want a Wolverine Thor team up. And what better team up partner than to have your own brother, Liam Hemsworth, play Wolverine? Now go look up Liam. There's some pictures out there where he's real hairy, and he looked like he could be a heck of a Logan.
Oh, Thor's little brother.
Yes. That dates Miley Cyrus.
Can he get enough hairy? I guess they can throw some more hair on.
There's some pictures out there where he's pretty hairy, so I feel like he could grow it on his own.
So this is my thing. This is the only problem I have with Liam.
Mm-hmm.
He does not look rugged enough.
That's the one issue I was having myself, but I just
Wolverine is just rugged,
right?
And he a pretty boy, so we might not make it, Brian. We can't take nobody else that's rugged looking in these shows you be watching.
I rushed around and just kind of flipped because I wanted it to be somebody who really has not been a big role in any other movie. That way, because
honestly, Jack could be
Wolverine. Yes, I thought about that.
Because he got that rugged. He got hair all over his face on this picture that I'm looking. I mean, I don't know about his acting skills, but he in that particular picture that I just saw, he looks edgy. But the old boy might be too much a pretty boy. Maybe we're trying to soften, Wolverine up a little.
But as we move forward, and the only other one I put down, and only because I would like to see Beast in the MCU, and I had Idris Elba down for Beast, but he's already playing.
We trying to get Idris a job as 007. Soon as he get his tooth fixed.
And I know he was Heimdall, but Heimdall is everybody who saw Infinity War is no more, so he could be reincarnated into Beast.
Well, he died. That's hilarious. Beast. Let's think. We just gonna have to steal Aquaman.
Jason Momoa.
We can't steal my Aquaman. That ain't gonna go over well. So who else? I feel like Beef should be a larger person. I don't know what's his name, measurables are.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like he should be a bigger man.
I mean, The Rock, we can't get The Rock. We can't afford The Rock.
No, we can't go with that. You know, it's some other wrestlers that's out there doing a decent job that I've seen. So maybe we can find another wrestler that's a big body that's used to makeup because all they're doing is acting when they out there.
Right. But as we move on in the MCU, I did find out this weekend that the runtime for Avengers Endgame is they semi-confirmed this to be 3 hours and 2 minutes long. That's yes.
Huh? No, see, they taking advantage of our love. I can't sit in no movie theater no 3 hours.
Oh goodness.
That's unacceptable for them to even try to do this.
I mean, I guess you got so many people you got to get in, and so much plot to put in there. So hey, and they know people that will sit in there for that. Tickets should be going on sale this week allegedly.
Well, it depends on how they do the time. You could a lot of times you sit there and you don't know how much time has passed because if the storyline is excellent, for 3 hours, at some point you're gonna be like, wait a minute. Okay, I might have found out some more options for Storm.
What you got?
Kiki.
Do you love me?
Or Journey. Smollett. I don't know.
Jesse's sister.
Yeah, Jesse's sister. Journey. We hadn't seen her.
Look, he done turned into Jesse's sister, knowing everybody in the world. When he came out, that was Journey's brother.
Journey's brother. Right. Journey's brother. Yes, that's right.
She could be a good one.
Journey could do it. I liked her acting, even since she was a toddler. Zoe's already in one. I was just trying to find younger female actresses.
Mm-hmm.
And Kiki is her and Journey the only people that's fitting the bill right now. The rest of these are mature women. Who else did we say needed a role? Besides, Storm. We were looking for a male.
Yeah, you didn't like my choice for who did you say? Let me put my notes back up. Oh, Jean Grey. We need a Jean Grey.
We need a Jean.
Mm-hmm.
And we need
a Beast.
A Jean and a Beast. And good Lord, everybody on here is mature. Hold on. Do I need to put young?
Oh no, we said the young lady that's playing in the Dark Phoenix movie would suffice for Jean Grey. We did say that.
Yeah. Young male. Well, I don't know any of these people besides Daniel Radcliffe. Okay, well, this is not looking promising.
I mean, we could just get, because I saw.
Maybe if we rough up his hair, make him let his beard just go buck wild, we can stick with the guy you had. But other than that, you know who could be Wolverine?
Who's that?
Taylor, the dude that was the werewolf in the Baylor story. He might be older now. Taylor
Oh,
Lautner.
yeah, him.
Lautner.
Yes.
In the Twilight movies.
In the Twilight movies, he could. He could pass.
Cause he look kind of, throw some hair on his face. Do we know who? I am number 4. That's so. Oh, that's him. Shut up. Now he go to IMDb and put in a list of younger male actors. I don't know who. Oh, Gotham. I ain't watched Gotham. When you see Alex Pettyfer from I Am Number 4, he does not even look like the same. Well, I guess that was a long time ago when he played that role. He has matured for sure.
Oh yeah. Wow.
You see how much different he looked?
Yeah, he looked a lot different.
With the beard and the...
And that was 8 years ago. Goodness. But you just don't expect
don't
people
look
to change.
bad, people, while we acting like that, but...
No, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
I guess he was young because he was born in 1990. So I guess, going from... I guess he hit puberty and Lord have mercy, he does look a lot different. Listen to this.
Yo, that's hilarious.
Oh, goodness. Well, you want
Well, okay, so one gotta go.
Let's hear it.
Well, we're gonna say you erase this team off of the map. It's gonna be a hard one for a lot of people, but for me, not so much. Maybe the Lakers, Boston, Chicago, or the Warriors. One gotta go. Remember, you can't see any of that great games. You start losing players.
Bye, Golden State. We'll see you. We'll see. Even though I know you were gonna pick Boston.
Oh Lord, give me that across. That's hilarious.
We'll see.
No. That was, maybe this is too easy. But I think for some people, either giving up seeing Steph Curry.
No. For me, it would not be that difficult to get rid of them. But for many folks, they get mad at me right now for saying that.
I'm trying to think. I guess it would have to be the Warriors just because without Boston, then it kind of like. Have you seen Lego Batman?
Yeah.
It's kind of like the Joker in Batman.
Yes.
Just say it. I hate you. We're going to have a relationship. I love Lego Batman. My brother tried to give me a hard time. I was like, that was a great movie. Whatever you're saying. Bye. Yeah. I guess the Warriors for me too.
Mm-hmm.
But you don't get to see Steph ever. And this Warrior team and how they have changed the game. But who's gonna let Michael Jordan go? Like that's really them 6 years is the only reason that people are keeping him. The Chicago Bulls. Mm-hmm. They ain't done nothing before or after. Yeah. I'm trying to think if it wasn't for the rivalry, I could probably give up Boston. I could go without there's other players I could go without seeing Bird and McHale. I could go without seeing Bill Russell. Johnny Havlicek steals the ball. I could probably go without all that.
That's a lot of championships be gone if they were out.
Well, somebody would have won them. Maybe the Lakers would have 30. No, what's the name?
This is true. Because maybe Chamberlain and West and them actually got them some.
Because they could never beat them. So maybe that'll help West. All right. Ooh. You got one got to go?
Oh.
That you can think of real fast? They did cities. They did. The actors that they did, I was like, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. They had
I would get mad. I can't do that one. I can't do that.
They had Samuel, Morgan Freeman, Denzel, and Will Smith.
Oh, I could get rid of Will Smith real quick.
But then if you start thinking about some of the movies...
You're right.
his
But
music and all that.
that's
So,
why, that's why.
but listen, do you know that if you get rid of him, you don't get to see the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air?
This is true.
Like,
Yeah. No,
so,
and see, that's why I couldn't do the actor piece, because I know personal stories on some of them, and I let personal feelings get in the way for my choice on that, so I couldn't do actors.
they haven't. Did they do any women? They just said which one would be their mama when they did the women. Which one would they want to play the role of their mother? They had Laurel Devine. What's the lady off of Bill Cosby?
Felicia Rashad.
Alicia, Jennifer Lewis, and I can't remember who the other person was. And I was like, man, Brown always talk about what's her name being mamas in our pictures.
Yes, Loretta.
We can't even afford Loretta. We probably gonna have to think a little small.
Let's see. One gotta go.
One gotta go.
This ain't gonna
Obviously, you're gonna have a lot of cutting to do.
This ain't gonna do nothing for you because you don't eat fast food that much or at all.
We could do it. What? McDonald's, Burger King's, Wendy's, or Chick-fil-A.
Ooh. Oh, you threw a hawk. Ooh, see, I gotta get rid of Burger King.
Oh man, the King going?
Yeah, the King got to go. Cause yeah, man.
I'm sorry, I stole your list. Go ahead.
No, that would have been 3 of the 4 I would have used. But when
What's
you
the other one you would have replaced?
I was trying to think of a 4th. But when you said Chick-fil-A, that hurt my heart because I can't get rid of Chick-fil-A. Got adequate service. I can't get rid of Chick-fil-A.
So should we get rid of Chick-fil-A because they really don't sell hamburgers and put another burger
Right,
place
let's do
in?
another burger joint. So let's do Backyard Burger.
Cookout.
I'm still getting rid of Burger King.
That's hilarious. I'm not eating.
Hilarious.
I don't know. Y'all can have
but McDonald's is on thin ice because at least Burger King's ice cream machine always working.
That's hilarious. And that's the one thing that I would eat from McDonald's, and it never works. What's about? Okay, we'll do another one next week.
Okay.
Because I was about to come up with some ice cream shops, but we'll do another one next week.
All right, let's get on wrap this up real quick. As always, I am one of your hosts, Brian McKay, and I am with
T. Keep me near the cross, Davis.
Let's do better today, people. Start today. Let's all do better.
Yes, do better.
And
this has been
the Mackay T Show podcast. Thank you for listening.
This is the Mackay T Show. This is the Mackay T Show. We talk movies and TV shows, sports and world news, coasting like on a world cruise. Hosted by Brian McKay and T Davis. Yeah. You can't tame us. We're going to the top, we're becoming famous.
What time is it?
It's time for the Mackay T Show.
What time is it?
I said it's time for the Mackay T Show.